Alright, it's Great American Bash. Yeah, so we got some cool stuff here. So we'll run through what we got here. I don't think we got any huge changes happening here. Super Crazy taking on Jamie Noble. He's won a number one contenders match just before the show, so it's that simple. Super Crazy wins. World Tag Team Titles. The World's Greatest Tag Team taking on Cody Rhodes and Jim Duggan. And we've got Dusty Rhodes in the corner. So, yeah. Basically, the story behind this is the World's Greatest Tag Team. We're making fun of some of the legends, Jim Duggan specifically, saying, hey, you lost your match at the draft and now you got no tag partner. And out comes Cody Rhodes and he announces that his dad's going to be in his corner cheering him on. And yeah, because he likes Jim Duggan and he says there's nothing wrong. And plus we got the American hero taking on the All-Americans, so we can kind of play with that a bit, I think. So the US title match, MVP in a four-way, taking on Hardcore Holly, Matt Hardy and William Regal. MVP defeats Hardcore Holly, but this is building up to that match up with him and Matt Hardy. I think we can do some cool stuff with that. Melina versus Beth Phoenix. Beth really kicks Melina's butt in this match. Then we go to a proper Singapore Cane match between Carlito and Sandman. We can do some really cool stuff with them, I think, and yeah. And we do the Singapore Cane match thing with them. And plus, yeah, this would be a brutal match. And plus, also, Carlito would come out on top, but at the end of the match, hopefully the two of them would shake hands or something. I like it when that happens, but well, there's more tension between the two. World title match, Kane versus Mark Henry. This match is going to be bad. But Kane would hopefully be able to carry the match, and Kane would just come out on top. WWE title, Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley would put in a good effort here, and I think from memory he had a pretty good match with Cena, so I imagine he'd have a pretty good match with Randy Orton as well. So, yeah, we do that. Alright. SummerSlam time. Alright, the Intercontinental Champion and the Tag Team Champions are teaming up to take on Cody Rhodes and Cryme Time. And Shelton would pin JTG. Yeah, but that'd be a good opener, I think. You got Umaga and you got the World's Greatest Tag Team. You got Cody Rhodes and you've got Cryme Time, who could probably put in a good match. But yeah, Cruiserweight Title, Super Crazy takes on Nunzio and Jamie Noble. Super Crazy pins Nunzio. We got a new champion in Beth Phoenix taking on Victoria. And what a match we'd have there. Beth Phoenix versus Victoria, I think, would be a good match. Good women's match, anyway. And Beth beats Victoria. WWE Tag Team Titles. Deuce and Domino versus Matt Hardy, version 1. And, well, not version 1, but Matt Hardy. And Rey Mysterio team up to take on Deuce and Domino. Guess what happens? Matt Hardy and Rey Mysterio win. So, yeah. And we've got the returning Triple H. Yeah, taking on John Cena. Triple H pins John Cena. But this is I think from memory I'm doing something really cool here with them. So yeah. Alright. And now for the ECW Triple Threat match for the title. Carlito defending against CM Punk and John Morrison. Now, I'd still have him go through the change, but except he just wouldn't be doing it with the title. And I think that's a cool idea. Carlito pins John Morrison. I know I'm not doing a lot for him at the moment, but I'd have him doing some cool stuff on the side, you know. Cutting some cool promos, beating some guys as well. Yeah, and World title, Kane, Finlay, and King Booker. Triple threat match. This would probably be the night of the triple threat matches. Kane pins Finlay. And then we got Randy Orton taking on Mr. Kennedy. Now this is not his Money in the Bank cash in. Or it could be. Well, let's... But Randy Orton pins Mr. Kennedy. Alright. Super Crazy versus Greg House. Now, the reason these ECW talent are getting over there with theirs is because there's that exchange deal between SmackDown and ECW, so I'd play that up a bit more. Super Crazy pins Gregory Helms. Yeah. And this is Unforgiven, by the way. So, yeah, we keep going here. Beth Phoenix, Melina, Mickie James, and Victoria in a fatal 4-way. 1 pinfall to a finish. I like doing these sometimes. Beth Phoenix pins Victoria. Alright, and around about this time too, Dave Taylor was coming in. So we do that thing with them. Matt Hardy, we just bring him in a few weeks earlier. William Regal and Dave Taylor taking on Matt Hardy and Rey Mysterio. Oh no, Dave Taylor is still around. This is 2007. Yeah, so we have them having a match. Intercontinental Championship. Finally, Umaga versus Cody Rhodes. It's the first big title match this guy's having. So he loses, but he loses strong. Alright, Carlito versus CM Punk. Carlito has established himself as one of the top guys now. He's beaten some of the best that they've had to offer. He's taking on CM Punk. This is CM Punk's last opportunity to win the belt. CM Punk wins. Big celebration for this moment. World title. Now, Big Daddy V was around at this time. Viscera has gone through that character change, but he's done it on SmackDown. He hasn't done it on ECW. And I think this is the way to do it. And plus, there's a way to keep Matt Striker around. I like Matt. Randy Orton versus Triple H. Now, that Cena match on SummerSlam would have been number one contenders match for this show. So, yeah. Fuck. How the fuck did that happen? Anyway. Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't screw things up. Anyway. Yeah, Orton wins there. So Orton's been dominating. He's been kicking ass and taking names. Undertaker versus Mark Henry in this rematch. Anyway. Undertaker wins. It sort of comes back. Yeah, okay. No Mercy rolls around. World's Greatest Tag Team. Taking on Cody Rhodes and Ric Flair. Whoa. That actually happened? I put that in there? Alright. Cody Rhodes pins Charlie Haas. And we got new tag team champions. US title, MVP versus Val Venus. Val Venus has sort of been coming around and doing some cool stuff, and he's loses. But it's just another contender for MVP to face until he comes around. Beth Phoenix takes on Mickie James. Beth pins Mickie James again. There's really a low amount of talent on the Raw side of things. I should have done some more. But here we go. Fatal 4-way, elimination style. The WWE Tag Team titles. We got Matt Hardy and Rey Mysterio taking on William Regal and David Taylor. So basically all the guys that they've already beaten. Deuce and Domino and Paul London and Brian Kendrick for the other babyface team. Alright, first elimination. Mysterio pins Taylor. Second elimination. Domino pins London. Oh, damn. And then we get Matt Hardy pinning Deuce. And for the third elimination. Alright, rematch for the ECW title. TLC style. Carlito versus CM Punk. Punk wins. But yeah, that's a good. Would be a good match. Kane versus the Great Khali. It's just two big guys match. And hopefully Kane would have been able to carry him to the point. Another last man standing match. God, I've fallen in love with the last man standing. But I think that's what happened on the show. So, Randy Orton versus Triple H in the last man standing match. And plus we don't go back and forth with the thing. And Cena would have been injured as well. But I wouldn't have... Cena was injured this time as well, so that would have been a problem. But having known that and having the foresight to take the belt off him anyway, so he's not holding that belt for a goddamn year. By this year and a bit this point, we would have managed to do some cool stuff. Alright, now we're heading to Cyber Sunday. Maybe we can get to Survivor Series here, but World's Great... Here are the steps. This would have been a stipulation. Fans picked the stipulation match. Texas Tornado Elimination Regular Tag. No matter what happens here, but they're taking on Kenny Dykstra and Elijah Burke. No matter what happens, Matt would have pinned Elijah. Here we go. Beth Phoenix, but here we go. Here's the stip. You pick the opponent or you pick both of them. Mickie James or Melina or both. Alright, so yeah, we have a stipulation there. He picked the opponent again. US title, MVP versus Val Venus, Hardcore or Chavo. No matter what, their MVP's coming out the winner. Here we go again. The hell. Alright, rematch for the Intercontinental title, but Cody's... Yeah, Cody's on the tag belt at this point. But yeah, it's kind of a champion versus champion thing. Steel cage, no holds barred or table. He's taking on the Umaga. And maybe we could say that Umaga's kind of hurt Ric Flair at this point or something. He's not out for long, but yeah. You steel cage, no holds barred or table. No matter what happens, Umaga's coming out with a champion there. Here we go also. CM Punk's defending the ECW title, but it's against someone. Either you've got Balls Mahoney, Tommy Dreamer, or Mike Knox. But I imagine that the person who comes out here would be Tommy Dreamer, but no matter what, Punk's winning here. World title, but you pick the special ref. It's Steve Austin, Mick Foley, or JBL, and it's Kane versus Batista. Yeah, so we go through that. Here we go, another pick the step match. Falls count anywhere, stretcher or first blood. Notice that a lot of these are different steps, but yeah, we're doing some cool stuff. Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton wins. Later, now, here's a story development down the line. Miz and Morrison have become a great tag team, and they have won the WWE Tag Team Titles, just like they did in the real world. Alright, now Survivor Series time. Team MVP versus Team Mysterio. MVP, Deuce, Domino, Finley, and Mark Henry taking on Team Mysterio, which is Rey Mysterio, Hardcore Holly, Val Venus, and Brian Kendrick and Paul London. And I think at this time, Matt Hardy was hospitalized, so that's another reason to get the belts off them. WWE Tag Team Title, John Morrison and The Miz versus the ECW Originals, which are down to Balls Mahoney and Tommy Dreamer. And yeah, Morrison wins that one. Alright, Team Umaga versus Team Cody Team Cody versus Team Umaga. Umaga, Snitsky, Santino Marella, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas taking on Cody Rhodes, Bobby Lashley, Jeff Hardy, Ric Flair, and Triple H. Team Cody wins after Triple H pins Umaga. Because, yeah, that's got to happen. Alright, so we've had some good matches there. Ladder match, Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels. Now, the way this comes about is fairly simple. Randy says, alright, I'm done with you, Shawn. Shawn, I'm going to beat you at your own game. I'm going to beat you in a ladder match. And guess what? He does. Yeah, because Shawn was out for that period of time, and yeah, that's why that sort of happened. World title, Kane versus Batista versus Undertaker. Here we go. Oh yeah, here's what happens. I gotta check something. Yeah. Alright. Kane wins. Here. Kane wins, and after the match, Edge returns and places a contract on Kane's chest. But Kane wins the match, but yeah, like I said, that's what happens, and yeah, places the contract on his chest, and so it sort of indicates that match is going to happen. Alright, yeah, we can do this, we can finish things off. Alright, we got the two top teams on SmackDown and ECW taking on John Morrison and Miz taking on Paul London and Brian Kendrick. Now, I haven't put the results in here because it doesn't matter. This is the last show of the year, so it doesn't really matter who wins and who loses. I'm not planning next year already. There's going to be a different thing. But seeing as Morrison and Miz have just won the belts, I'm going to say they go over. Intercontinental title, Umaga versus Jeff Hardy. Again, doesn't necessarily matter who wins. Umaga's held the belt a long time. He could keep going. Jeff Hardy could win the belt here and lead into something. Super Crazy versus Gregory Helms. Well, Gregory Helms has already held the belt for a long time. He could hold the belt again, but I'd prefer if Super Crazy wins that one. Yeah, for some reason that's there. I've got to change this. No, let's not. No, let's not. Let's not. Let's just say this. World's Greatest Tag Team has won back the tag belts. Now they're taking on D-Generation X in the form of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Now, what kind of stroke am I going to have? Triple H and Shawn are winning the belt. So, yeah, and now we've also got the US title match, MVP versus Rey Mysterio. Now, this is a big challenge. He hasn't had that in a while. So, but I'd say MVP manages to come out the winner here because I want to do that Matt Hardy thing with him. ECW title match, CM Punk versus Elijah Burke versus Kenny Dykstra versus Tommy Dreamer. Now, the other thing here is to kind of continue on the New Breed thing, but it's sort of descended down into just Elijah Burke and Kenny Dykstra because Kevin Thorne's probably gone at this point. Matt Striker's doing his own thing and all that stuff. So, yeah, I would probably have CM Punk still come out the winner here. And now, last thing, one of the last two things. Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. Jericho's made his comeback. See, the thing is, here, I could go into next year and have them have a rematch, and then I would have put the belt on Jericho. But there was something missing with him at that point, and I think he needed to lose those matches in order to become cool again, and yeah. And we've got Edge versus Kane as well. I think Kane's had a good enough run, and I'd rather have Edge go into WrestleMania holding the belt there too. So yeah. But again, I could flip my mind on these as well. So yeah, I think that was a good show. I think that was a good lineup. We did a lot of good things. I think we fixed a lot of problems that we're having that year. And plus, I've still got Mr. Kennedy holding that briefcase, so who knows? I haven't put in there that he doesn't cash in on on somebody, so I might have changed things up a bit here. But again, Kennedy was sort of injury prone, and I think him going to TNA has worked out a little bit better for him. But we're 20 minutes in, and I like to keep these videos 20 minutes because it's just me on camera. So stay tuned, guys. There's going to be another one of these. I don't know what that's going to be on. I haven't planned that far ahead. I've gone through all my stuff and checked out some things, and I still need a lot of work to do on a couple of things. But I'll see you around.